Alright, it's time to lock in. It's time to really lock in. I've already taken my pre. I feel like I could rip my face off, but I've been inconsistent. I was doing good for a little bit. Got back to school for the spring. Fell off. But we're gonna get on it now. We're back home for like at least 3 years. We got PT school to do now. So we're gonna be dialed for a long time. And we're gonna see like how big we can really get. It might be blurry. I haven't even pulled this camera out in so long. I was locked in, I was consistent, but we're gonna get back to it. So we got I think we're gonna hit push today. I haven't worked out long enough that I could really hit anything, but I'm gonna hit push. And we're just gonna do a little series. We're gonna see how big we can get. We're gonna see how consistent we can be, not only in the gym, but with eating, reading, getting closer to God, and getting as jacked as possible. So yeah, let's just get into it. We're gonna do probably a really long push day. It's like 7:38 p.m. right now. Haven't worked out in a while. Did I take pre? Yeah. Are my allergies bad? Yeah. Are you supposed to mix pre with Sudafed and Dayquil? Probably not. But who's gonna tell me no? Who's gonna tell me no? Who's gonna tell me no? Alright guys, so we're here at Lift today. Just gonna hit a little push day like I said. So here we're starting off with some close grip chest press right here. I got a little warm up set to warm up the shoulder and the chest. Just a little set of 10 to get started real quick. Just really focus on the eccentric part of the movement, going slow, getting real warm. Alright, let's get it. Let's get something else. We gotta go heavier now. So here after that we threw some more weight on there. Just threw a 25 on each side. Just trying to get back into it. Been inconsistent for a while. So we're just gonna do a nice, slow, and controlled 8 reps. Just really focusing on the eccentric part of the movement. Really focusing on that lengthening of the muscle. So that's where we tear obviously and where we build the most. So we're really just focusing on that, really watching the form. Felt a little better when I put myself up a little higher, felt a little low. And here we go, we got another set here. So we're gonna finish this one out by throwing a 10 on each side, so we're throwing 20 pounds. More total onto the machine here. My chest has always been one of the hardest things for me to grow, so I always try and push myself and try to control the weight. And like I said, really focus on that eccentric portion of the movement so that we're really getting the most out of every exercise and really trying to get the max amount of growth out of everything. After that, we're going to bounce on over to this incline press machine here. This is easily one of the most humbling machines that this gym has. So we're going to hit a little warm-up set here, nothing too crazy. Just hit some 25s, get warm, get the movement down, warm the shoulder up a little bit, and just get ready to go heavy. Alright, here we're back again, a little different angle, but threw the plates on next. Really just trying to focus on controlling the weight throughout the whole movement here. So we'll get the weight up, and then just really going real slow on the lengthening, a little faster on the contraction portion, but just really focusing like on form, focusing on just form, and just really making sure we're tearing everything and getting the most out of every single rep and every single exercise. So here, tried a little bit of a new angle. Like I said, just shout out to the guy screaming. He's going hard over there on the side. Um, but just trying some new angles, threw a little bit more weight on right here, threw another 10 on each side. Again, just trying to control the weight, really feel the stretch, really feel the contraction. And just like I said, I mean, we're locking in. We're trying to grow, we're trying to get big. All right, so for this next two clips, the next two ones that you're gonna see, I'm just hitting some tricep cable extensions with a bar. This is one of my favorite exercises for tricep. If you do it right and you go really slow, you really can kind of hit all three heads of the tricep there. And so I really place an emphasis, if you can tell, hopefully you can tell, on I try not to move my elbows that much. Now the heavier it gets, like this clip is a little lighter, this clip is a little heavier, obviously. So they move a little bit, which is okay, but just really trying to focus on not moving them, really focusing on feeling the weight roll through all three heads of the tricep as I'm going down, just really controlling it, and just really places all the tension on your triceps. Yeah, so my elbows are moving a little bit, they're just heavier. So here we are at the next one. So we got this incline fly machine. I think this is a must-have. If your gym doesn't have it, they need to get it, or you need to switch gyms. Um, I've never felt a stretch and contraction like this. You're getting the incline, so that's helpful. Um, I also really on this one I really try to keep my shoulders planted against the back. I think it's in not this clip, but the next one where it gets a little heavier, and I got pretty fatigued and my shoulders come off the back a little bit. But yeah, this machine is definitely something that if you haven't incorporated into your workouts, I definitely recommend. You could even do, if you don't have a machine, you could always do just some dumbbells. Same idea, same same movement cues, and you want to keep the same things in mind that I've already stated. But yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be a game changer for my chest for sure. And I'm super, super pumped to keep implementing this into my workouts. Yeah, their shoulders come up a little bit. That's how I know you're done. All right, after that, we're just gonna hop on some skull crushers. Um, it's the OG one. You'll see a bunch of like old heads and older guys in the gym that have been lifting for a while. They swear by skull crushers. I honestly think that they are one of the most OP tricep builders that I've done, as long as you're doing them the right way. So I started out with a 50-pound easy bar for the first set. Just trying to make sure my elbows feel good, make sure everything's feeling good. We're pretty warm already from everything else, but better to be safe than sorry. Just really trying to focus here and get a really good pump and really try to tear these muscles up. And after that, we're gonna do another one. We just gotta keep doing them. Second skull crusher clip. I went up in weight. You can't see it because it's a different angle, but I actually went up from the 50-pound to the 60-pound easy bar. Definitely much more difficult. So I actually did some partial failure reps, which you'll see here in a second, where when I start to go down, I start to fail right there. So then I just kind of go into a lower chest press and then just go back up, really trying to control it on the way down. Um, but I think these are super, super helpful, despite what some other people might think about them. So after that, we're gonna hit this we're gonna go straight to our lateral raise machine here. This machine will also humble you and make you second think a lot of things. But I have an injury to my supraspinatus and my rotator cuff. So whenever I'm doing any sort of shoulder movement, I try to go really slow, be really conscious of like just my form and how I'm feeling and the weight and all the things. Um, and so, yeah, I'm just trying to control the weight in hopes to build up the muscles around them and just really, hopefully, ideally, I want to be healed and have no shoulder pain eventually. Um, but it's going to be a process, and we're going to be locked in for the whole thing. Here we got a little decline chest press machine. I really enjoy this machine. Um, and honestly, like here I am watching the Thunder game. That was the Thunder game. I was like looking at myself like, what am I? I was watching the Thunder game. Uh, anyways, so like I said, chest is definitely a weak spot for me. This lower chest press machine really helps you finish out a push stay strong, and it really gets that lower chest pumped up. And so I definitely recommend this. You can do it with the machine if you have that. A lot of places just have decline benches. You could rock it with some dumbbells. You could rock it with a barbell if you want. Um, just kind of depends on what you want to do. Yeah, here I am again, getting distracted. It's getting later. Just watching the Thunder game. All right, now this is something I've been doing. I used to do it a lot when I was a little bigger and a little more locked in. But these are a great finisher for your push days. Just hitting some dumbbell lateral raises, and then at the end, after I hit these dumbbell lateral raises, I'll kind of go into this like front. It's like I want to say it's a front raise, but it's kind of you'll see right here. So my pinky will turn up. So I'm coming across the body. So I'm kind of hitting that lower chest. You want to kind of turn that pinky. You want to go from like a very neutral grip to turning that pinky up towards the sky once you come through. I personally think this is one of my favorite ways to end a workout, especially a push day. Because at this point, maybe your shoulders have lost a little bit of your pump. Maybe we just did a lower chest, but this is a great way. I'm flexing, feeling it a little bit, feeling the feeling the pump. And go up in weight, do the same thing again. I usually just do 2 sets of these. Just bang it out, do some lateral raises, some front raises that hit the chest a little bit. Yeah, and then after that, it's time to lock in. We're gonna go hit the sauna after this, do a little physique check-in, and we'll just see how it goes. Don't roast me on the physique. I just graduated, we've been drinking a lot, we've been just not dialed, not enough water, not enough food, but we're here now, and we're dialed, we're gonna be locked in, it's gonna be a road.
Oh, you make it sound so easy. I wish I wasn't so scared.
George, there's nothing to be scared of. All it takes is a little self-confidence. You know, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
Always remember, your focus determines your reality.
Around 2010, 2011, I went through this huge spiritual thing where I became obsessed with the power of the mind. Meditation, visualization, and just realizing how powerful our minds actually are, like how we really do paint our world with our thoughts and our level of self-belief.
Know what you want and believe that you can and will get it.
Confucius said one time, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
If I was to quit rapping and I said I want to go to the NBA, I would be in the NBA.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Why would you think you could make it to the NBA?
Because I think I can do anything. I knew I was special. I knew I had something and I had to let it out. I've been listening to people telling me I wasn't going to do anything with my life.
But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't going to have a life.
Being nervous is important, you know. There's a quote that I love. I say it all the time, you know, there's nothing wrong with having butterflies as long as you can get them to fly in formation.
And we do have the power to pick and choose moment by moment who and how we want to be in the world.
Even when I didn't have the belt, I always felt I was the champ of the world. It was in your head, right? All the time. And in my heart, always know. Anything in life that you put your mind to, you can do. The world is your oyster. That's all I tell people. While you're on earth, you got to take advantage of this. Do what you do to the fullest.
I'm a big believer in the law of attraction. Like, you just bring things into existence. You gotta get behind the wheel before it becomes real.
It's like an internal belief. I honestly have convinced myself that I'm not designed to lose.
And I used to go up to Mulholland Drive every night, sit on the side of the road, look out at the lights, and go, you know, I'm a popular actor. I'm, you know, every director wants to work with me. And I used to open my arms and imagine things, you know, things that I wanted coming my way and stuff. And it was a way of dealing with, you know, being completely out of work. I would say up there, I actually believed that I had all these things.
Most people talk to themselves in terms of doubt and fear and worry and anxiety. Talk to yourself positive. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Just repeating, I can do it over and over again. Boost your self-confidence and boost your self-esteem.
So you could create enough of a visualization for yourself if you really were to powerfully start to focus on it and do that and build that ability to visualize something that your brain at one point would have to think it's so true that the world would meet you and put it into your life.
Anything you say with the words I am, your subconscious will then take that as a command. And so we're constantly programming our subconscious. We think we're describing it, but we're actually prescribing it.
Like, I took myself to a different place mentally, and a lot of it came from mental practice and meditation and visualization and just seeking knowledge from people who are strong believers, guys like Les Brown and Tony Robbins and guys like that. I just became really obsessed with just learning about the power of the mind. So I used to meditate. Now I just I have a lot of things that stuck with me, a lot of ways of believing that stuck with me, that just subconsciously I know who I am, what I'm capable of, and how I believe, and how powerful my mind actually is.
You see, you are what you are and where you are because of what's gone into your mind. You can change what you are, you can change where you are by changing what goes into your mind.
Started thinking about it the day that I decided that I was going to go up to heavyweight. You know, my goal for 3 years now is to become the heavyweight champion of the world. It's what I pray about, it's what I sleep on, it's what I dream about. It is who I am, and I will get it done.
I honestly believe that I was born to fight. I really believe it in my whole heart. You know, some people think that's silly. But I think a lot of great athletes, people are really good at what they do. It's more than just what they can do in the gym. It's something that starts way before they're known in the arenas. It's something that is like an internal belief. I have the worst anxiety. I get very nervous, but I owe it to myself to not be afraid. And when you believe that you're gifted outside of just the hard work, then it's just like, bro, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna roll the dice.
Go into the silence. Go and sit down quietly by yourself for 30 to 60 minutes. 30 to 60 minutes. Most people in our society have never sat quietly for 30 to 60 minutes in their entire lives. Yet I will tell you this method works 100% of the time. That any problem that you have, any difficulty, any challenge, any goal that you want to accomplish, if you'll go into the silence and sit quietly and then listen to the still small voice within. The still small voice within. This is the key. You will find that at a certain point, probably at about 25 to 30 minutes, your mind will go completely clear. and then a flow of ideas will start to flow into your mind. You'll feel energy welling up inside you, and at a precise moment, as you sit there in complete silence, your mind will go clear, and wham, exactly the answer you need will come at exactly the right time.
What do you think the sport's going to be, when UFC 200 rolls around? And where do you think you're going to be 9 years from now, 10 years from now?
I'm hoping to be a champion, and I embrace what it is to the fullest, and I'm just excited to be a part of it. I have a lot of pride in it.
98% of the people in our Western civilization have a picture of themselves which is so narrow and so shallow that it literally bears no resemblance to the real person who is there. So many people have been told so many times what they cannot do that they have no idea what they can do.
Now, fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here, and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
I would say throughout my martial arts career, the biggest life lesson that I've learned is the power of the mind, and just how important it is to look at yourself at a high regard and to believe in yourself. I think in order to paint a bright future for yourself, you have to be able to see it in your mind. You have to believe in it, and the more you believe in it, the more your world will start to change, and the more you'll just start to see your beliefs come to pass. So
the imagination is the most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force the world has ever known. Now, the imagination is the mental faculty out of which visions arise. Pictures that we build in our mind. Most people don't use their imagination constructively. Most people use their imagination destructively. They imagine what they don't want. We've got to consciously and deliberately imagine what we do want. If we will take and sit down with a pen and ask ourselves, what do I really want? Vision. Vision is going to direct your life if you let it. Use it constructively. See what you want. Don't spend any time thinking of what you don't want. When you get a picture in here, make it big, make it beautiful. You'll be glad you did.
Whatever you're pursuing in the world, whether it's tennis, sports, or anything else, I was a 7-year-old dreaming that I could win Wimbledon and become #1 in the world one day. As I said, I'm beyond grateful and blessed to be standing here with so many incredible achievements. But one thing is for sure, I feel that I had the power to create my own destiny. I try to visualize every single thing in my life, not only believe it, but really feel it with every cell in my body. And I just want to send a message out there to every young person: be in the present moment, forget about what happened in the past.